Hello guys, this is your friend and we are back with a new fanfic. Which is what if Naruto start approaching Ino instead of Sakura part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fanfic like this. And now let's start the fanfic. Naruto ever since he was little has been alone, constantly picked on, glared at, he never knew why, and it always hurt. Everyone treated him differently, like he has a disease or something. Even when he joined the academy he was looked at by the other academy members as the lowest of the low. Naruto had to deal with that, but it still hurt. The one plus side for him was Sakura. She was always a nice girl, but she never noticed him at all. He had a major crush on her, but she treated him like he didn't exist. Then he was put into a team with her, as well as Sasuke, the guy who all the girls liked, thinking he was so handsome and strong. Even Sakura liked him, and that made Naruto sad. What was stupid was Sasuke never even seemed to notice her either. Their squad leader was Kakashi. He was a cool sensei, although a pervert. Over time Sasuke became close with Naruto to even like brothers. Of course, Naruto still tried gaining Sakura's attention, not that the work did was Sasuke or nothing in her mind. Even later, when Sasuke left, Sakura begged Naruto to bring him back. He tried to bring him back but failed. He barely survived that, and when they did get back Sakura blamed him for hurting Sasuke in a way you could never win with her. Sasuke didn't want to talk, fighting was all he could do. Naruto thought he'd try his luck with Sakura. A few days later, he sees her in the park sitting on the swings, lost in thought. When he calls to her she looks up. "What do you want, Naruto?" He sighs. "I wanted to see how you were." She snaps at him. "How do you think I am? Sasuke almost died because of you. I said bring him back to me, but you failed and hurt him." Naruto looks down. "He wouldn't listen to me. He wanted to fight me. What did you expect me to do?" She glares at him. "Not almost kill him, and then you failed to bring him back in the end." Naruto wants to show her what Sasuke's Chidori did to him, but she probably wouldn't care. Sakura looks at him. "I ask you to do one simple thing and you can't even do that right. You still are and always will be the lowest of the low. You're annoying and I hate you. Leave me alone." Naruto looks devastated. "Sakura, please, I like you." She laughs. "You like me? What a joke. I could never like or love a freak like you. Get lost, you annoying brat." Naruto looks down, then turns away. As soon as he does, tears roll down his face and he disappears. He reappears on the cliff where the heads of the former Hokages are, including the fourth, his own father. Not that he knows that yet. He sits down and cries. It starts to rain and he just sits there for over 2 hours. It rained heavily, but yet he never left the spot. After another 4 hours it's dark. He hasn't stopped crying since he got here. He wipes his eyes and stands up and staggers home. The next day his alarm clock wakes him up. He just opens the window and tosses it out the window. He just curls up in bed and falls back to sleep. He finally gets up a few hours later. He has a shower, then heads to the ramen shop. He orders 10 bowls of ramen but eats in silence. When he's done he leaves the shop. As he's walking down the street Ino's walking towards him. "Hey Naruto." Naruto ignores her and walks right past her. She watches him go. "What's with him?" She shrugs and heads to the flowers shop. Naruto heads to the tower to talk to Tsunade. He knocks on the door and hears, "Come in." He opens the door. "Oh Naruto, what can I do for you?" Naruto sighs. "Give me a mission that will keep me away from here for a while." Tsunade sighs. "What's wrong with you?" He sighs. "Please just give me a mission. I don't want to be here." Tsunade sighs. "Okay. Naruto, here is a mission. Speak to Kakashi, then head out. It will only be you and Sakura this time." She notices that Naruto cringes when she said Sakura's name. Naruto nods. "Thanks." He just leaves the office without saying a word. She watches him. "I wonder what's gotten into him." Naruto leaves the tower and heads back to his apartment and starts packing. He's not going to ask Kakashi, and definitely not her. He leaves his apartment and heads to the gate. Ino sees him, but something's off. He's not happy. Something must be wrong, but he's got a bag on his back, so he must be going on a mission. She follows him to the gate but is surprised that he doesn't wait for Kakashi or Sakura. She scratches her head. "That's weird." She then spots Kakashi-sensei. She calls to him and he comes over. What can I do for you, Ino? She sighs. Have you been given a mission? He raises an eyebrow. No, why? Ino points to the gate. Naruto just left the village by himself. Kakashi nods. I'll speak to the Hokage. Ino sighs. What about Naruto? I saw him earlier, he seems sad. Kakashi nods. It's probably nothing. Ino nods. She watches Kakashi go. She looks at the gate, then back at Kakashi. She decides to follows him. Kakashi knocks of Tsunade's door and then enters but leaves the door open. She looks up. Kakashi, have you spoken to Naruto? He shakes his head. That's why I was coming to see you. He left by himself. Tsunade stands up. He did what? Kakashi nods. Ino saw him leave. She said he seemed sad. Tsunade nods. I noticed that also. Kakashi nods. So what was the mission? She scratches her head. Oh, there's rogue sand ninjas. Have been asked to take them out. Kakashi sighs. And he's gone alone. Tsunade sighs. Get Sakura and go after him. Ino was eavesdropping on the discussion. She heard that he went alone and bolted. She gets to the gate and leaves. What were you thinking, Naruto, going off on your own? She jumps into the trees. Luckily she had some kunai and shuriken on her. She starts jumping from each tree going after Naruto. Naruto's not even read the mission. He just left. He's been walking for about 10 minutes when he heard a branch snap in front of him and he looks up and sees he's surrounded by at least 20 sand ninjas. He sighs. What are you doing here? Did Gaara send you? The leader of them grins. We don't serve him, we're rogue nins. Naruto grins. Really? I need to let off some steam. These will do. He's just about to attack when Ino jumps out of a tree and lands next to him. Naruto, I found you. He looks at Ino. What are you doing here? She sighs. Baka, I came to help you. These are rogue sand ninjas. Have you even read the mission report? Naruto looks at the report. Oh, no, never got around to it. She groans. You really are a baka. You have to take them out. Naruto nods. Oh, he grins. Well, I asked for a hard mission. She pulls out 2 kunai. Well, I'll help you. He nods. Fine. He grins. Shadow clone jutsu. 10 clones of Naruto appear. Ino smirks. Wow, you can create that many. He smirks. This is nothing. I can create much more. She nods. Okay. That's pretty cool. Ino, Naruto, and his clones start attacking. After 10 minutes it's down to the last one, the leader. Ino's breathing pretty heavily beside Naruto. She managed to take out 2 of the rogue nins. Naruto took out the rest. Naruto looks at her. You okay? She scoffs. Never better. Man, how can he look fine after fighting? I'm exhausted. He must be a stamina freak or something. He nods. Leave him to me. He calls out another 10 shadow clones and 9 of them attack the leader whilst the last one builds up Naruto's Rasengan. Ino watches this. Wow, he's pretty amazing. He still has this much chakra. She then watches the 9 clones attacking the rogue ninja. She then sees what Naruto's does and he disappears and the 10th clone attacks the rogue ninja. Ino watches as one by one the clones get taken out, but she can't see the real Naruto anywhere. She gets in a fighting stance ready for anything. The rogue leader kills the last clone and growls, damn you, where are you? The real Naruto appears behind him, right behind you. He fires the Rasengan just as the leader turns around and he is hit full on by the blast. Naruto then appears beside Ino. That was fun. She sighs. I never knew you were that strong. You're pretty amazing. He looks at her to try and gauge if she's telling the truth or just lying, but she seems genuine. He smirks. Thanks. Kakashi and Sakura appear beside them. Sakura scoffs. Running off on your own, what an idiot. Naruto glares at her. Shut up, Sakura, nobody asked for your opinion. Ino and Sakura are both shocked. Kakashi looks around. You did it. Naruto nods. I had help from Ino. Sakura smirks. Why did you help him? Ino sighs. Because he's my friend and friends help each other, not that he really needed my help, he could have beat them himself. Kakashi nods. Well done, Naruto, I see I taught you well. Naruto scoffs. You taught me nothing, all you did was train Sasuke, stop lying to me. He walks past the three of them and walks off. Kakashi then sighs. Ino watches Naruto go, then looks at Sakura. Don't you care that he could have got hurt? Sakura shrugs. He made his choice, he acted rationally. Ino sighs. You don't see anyone but your perfect Sasuke. Well, news flash forehead, he's a traitor. Before Sakura can say anything, Ino runs after Naruto. She finds him sitting on a log tossing stones into a lake, so she joins him on the log. You okay? He nods. I'm fine. She nods. I've never seen you shout at Sakura or Kakashi sensei before. Naruto sighs, only telling them the truth. Ino bites her lip. I thought you had a crush on Sakura. He rolls his eyes. Not anymore, she can have Sasuke, what do I care? She nods. And Kakashi sensei. He sighs. Exactly like I said, all he did was teach Sasuke. He taught me one thing, how to run up trees and crappy teamwork, and he expects me to praise him for that as if. And what did he teach Sasuke? Chidori, to use against the enemy. Well, I was the enemy. He lifts up his top and she sees the hole in his chest barely missing his heart. She's stunned. How are you alive? He can't tell her the truth, though nobody must know. She reaches over to the hole. You need to get that looked at. He lowers the t-shirt. Why, it's not as if anyone cares if I die. The girl I liked for years hates my guts. She puts a hand on his cheek and he looks at her. You have friends, Naruto, we all care about you. We would all be devastated if you died. He looks at her, she smiles. Just because Sakura has rejected you, don't give up on all of us. Naruto looks at her, she's smiling at him, he sighs. Ino-chan, you really mean that? She's shocked he called her Ino-chan. She smiles. I do, come on, let's head back, I'll buy you some ramen. He smiles. I love ramen. She chuckles. I know. She stands up and reaches down for his hand and pulls him up. He expects her to let go, but she doesn't. Well, not at first. She looks at him and smiles. Come on. He nods. Okay. She finally lets go of his hand and he immediately misses the feel of her hand. Maybe he was overthinking things. Why would she like me? She was one of the kids who picked on me when he was younger. They get back to the gate and Tsunade is there with her hands on her hips along with Shizune and Kakashi sensei, Naruto. He gulps. Crap. Ino steps in front of him. Tsunade sensei, Naruto was in a bad place, he's not thinking straight, he hasn't fully recovered from his battle with Sasuke. Naruto looks at Ino in shock, she's protecting me, but why? Tsunade looks at her, then Naruto, what do you mean not fully healed? Ino turns around and lifts up Naruto's t-shirt and they all see the wound. Kakashi looks shocked. Chidori. Tsunade looks at him. What? He sighs. I taught Sasuke the Chidori and he used it on Naruto. Tsunade turns to Naruto. Is this true? Naruto lowers his head but nods. Tsunade sighs and surprises Naruto by hugging him. Why didn't you tell me? He stays quiet and she whispers, why isn't he healing you? Ino heard. What are you talking about, Tsunade-sama? She looks up. Never mind. Both of you get to the hospital, Shizune, go with them. They both nod. Hi, Tsunade-sensei. They start walking off. Tsunade smiles. And good work, you two. They both grin. She sighs. What am I going to do with you, Gaki? She turns to Kakashi. So, you said Naruto did it almost himself. Kakashi nods. That's what Ino said. She nods and smiles. Well, good, he needs to get stronger, but I'm surprised by Ino, she was protecting him, she seemed worried also. Kakashi nods. I noticed. Whilst Ino and Naruto are heading to the hospital, Ino turns to Naruto. Naruto, what did Tsunade-sensei mean by why wasn't healing you? He looks at her. I can't tell you. She looks hurt. Why not? He sighs. Because it would make you hate me like you used to, like everyone used to. She sighs. I'm sorry about that, Naruto, I listened to everyone else, I'm sorry. He sighs. Ino, I would tell you if I was allowed, but I'm not allowed. If people found out, there would be panic. She nods. Okay, What could be so bad that could cause a panic? They get to the hospital. Shizune starts patching up Ino whilst Naruto has his own room and bed. He sighs, Kyuubi, why aren't you healing me? Kyuubi answers, so you want my help now? Fine, I will heal you. He hears a sigh and looks up to see Tsunade, so he's finally healing you. Why did he take so long? Naruto smirks. I told him I didn't need his help. He's moaning like a baby. Kyuubi snarls, do you want me to heal you or not? Naruto just smirks. Tsunade sits on the bed. You had me worried, Naruto. You should have told me about that. And what was you thinking, running off on your own? Luckily Ino found you, although how she found out is anyone's guess. Behind them, they hear, sorry Tsunade-sama, I overheard your conversation with Kakashi-sensei. Tsunade rolls her eyes and stands up and leaves the room. Ino sits on the bed. You're healed. Did Tsunade-sama heal you? He just nods. She grins. I owe you ramen, remember? He nods. Oh yay, let's go. She nods, but she's checking out his chest. When did he grow muscles? I always thought of him as a scrawny little kid, but not anymore. It seems. She looks up and blushes. Naruto gets out of the bed and puts his t-shirt on along with his orange coat. She looks at him. I never want to see that wound again. His body was injured. She shakes her head. Stop thinking of these strange thoughts. You don't like him, do you? Although I have to admit he's sure showing signs of a nice body and he's matured a bit, plus he's grown stronger. They walk out of the hospital and head to the ramen shop. They sit next to each other and wait for their food. When it comes, they start eating. She's still on her first bowl whilst he's on his fourth. She smirks. Seems some things stay the same. She watches him eat and she can't stop. She looks away and blushes. Why am I blushing? I don't have a crush on Naruto, do I? That's insane. Wait, why is it insane? He's handsome. He's showing signs of a nice body. Sakura's lost her chance. Maybe I'll try my luck. If he doesn't feel the same way, then that's okay. It's been 2 days since Naruto was rejected by Sakura and went off on his own, only to helped by Ino. That was kind of a shock for him. Yes, they're friends, well, sort of, but they've never been close. Then, of course, she followed him and helped him out and was generally worried about him and even treated him to ramen. Now Naruto's lying on his bed thinking about 2 days ago. He groans. I don't get women, they're so confusing, especially Ino. We've never been close, we hardly even talk, so what the hell was that 2 days ago protecting me from Ba-chan? She was worried about me. I don't get her at all. Damn it, I don't get women in general. Just then there's a knock at his front door. He climbs out of bed and rubs his eyes whilst walking to the front door. He opens the door and hears, hey Naruto. He looks up. Ino. Okay, this is weird, man. I'm confused. I didn't even know she knew where I lived. I guess she does. Wonder what she wants. She smiles. Hey, are you busy? He rubs his eyes. No, why? She grins. You want to train? He yawns. What the hell? When did we get so chummy with each other? What are you doing here, Ino? She rolls her eyes. Isn't it obvious? I came to ask you to train with me. Naruto yawns. I get that, but why? She sighs. Does it matter? Do you want to train or not? He nods. Okay, let me just get changed. I'll be right back. Ino nods as she's just seen his chest. He doesn't notice the massive blush appearing on her face. Wow, damn it, why can't I stop checking out his chest? Naruto gets dressed and then heads out. Ino's actually disappointed she didn't see more of his body. They start walking. They don't say much, but Ino keeps on glancing at Naruto. He notices she's doing it but doesn't know why. Why is she staring at me? They arrive at the training grounds and they get into the fighting stances. Then when they both nod, they start fighting. They're both throwing kicks and punches, but they're both blocking each other, but that's okay, they're only sparring. They then start grappling. Ino catches Naruto off guard and flips him over her head, but he counters in mid-air and flips her over his head, but she counters again, dragging him down on top of her. Their faces are close to each other. They both seem to notice their predicament at the same time and they both blush. Naruto gulps, sorry. She grins, don't be. He looks at her confused. He then tries to get up, but she grabs his collar and brings him down and they lock lips. Naruto's eyes go wide open at this, but he kisses her back. Not that he knows why exactly. They continue kissing, tasting the inside of each other's mouth before tongues get involved. After a minute of this, he stops kissing her and sits up, and she sits up also. They both have massive blushes on their faces. She surprises him again by crawling over to him and climbing into his lap before she starts kissing him again. They continue this for a few minutes before she pushes him onto the ground, and they continue kissing that is until they're interrupted. Sakura is with Tenten. They have decided to spar with each other, with both of them not being good at taijutsu. They decide to train since the Chunin exams. All the rookie teams and Team Guy hang out, and after talking, Sakura and Tenten decided to help each other out, but when they arrive they walk in the training fields and see Naruto and Ino kissing. Tenten giggles, "Wow, I never knew they liked each other." Sakura smirks. She's probably realized that she's not going to get Sasuke-kun. Naruto and Ino stop kissing because they both heard talking. Naruto sits up with Ino still in his lap. Ino smirks, "You can have the traitor, he's not half the man Naruto will become." Tenten smiles, "I never know you liked Naruto-kun." Ino shrugs, "Neither did I, but I never got to know him that well, but now I know him better and he's getting a great body. Sasuke's got nothing on Naruto besides Sasuke doesn't care about anyone but himself. Makes me wonder why he never talked to girls. Maybe he's gay." She stands up and helps Naruto up. "Let's go after that double workout. I'm quite hungry. How about some ramen, my treat?" Naruto smirks, "Deal, but I'm paying this time. You paid last time." Ino shrugs, "Okay." Naruto turns to Tenten, "Bye, Tenten." Naruto and Ino walk off. Tenten waves, "Bye Ino, Naruto-kun." Sakura was puzzled why he blanked her out completely. Tenten nods, then turns to a confused-looking Sakura, "You okay, Sakura?" Sakura nods, "Yes, I'm fine. So you ready to spar?" Tenten nods, "Yay." They get into their fighting stances and get ready to fight. Meanwhile, Ino and Naruto walk side by side. They haven't said anything. They're both trying to figure out what just happened. Ino licks her lips, enjoying the taste of Naruto's lips on hers and their little tongue session until it was ruined by Tenten and forehead turning up. Naruto's also thinking. He admits that it was nice. He's actually surprised she actually likes him. It's hard to believe, plus she seems to have gone off Sasuke. Shame our little experience was ruined by Tenten and her turning up. He looks over at Ino just as she looks at him and they both blush. "Does this mean you like me, Ino-chan?" She grins, "Isn't that kind of obvious?" He scratches his head, "Yeah, I guess so. So I liked what we just did you?" She nods, "Yes, I did. Well, although it was my first kiss anyway. We're here, let's eat." He nods, "Good idea." They ask for ramen, then they just sit there. For a while they stay silent, then Ino speak. "Naruto." He looks at her, "Yay." She sighs, "Did you love Sakura-chan?" He sighs but nods, "I won't lie to you, but yes, I think I did. I know I liked her, maybe loved Sakura, but with her only focused on that Tem Sasuke, and with her only focused on the Tem, I was just wasting my time." She nods, "She was an idiot to ignore you." He smirks, "Thanks, Ino-chan." She blushes, "I also used to like Sasuke, but I guess it was all for the wrong reasons, but I wasn't the only one. All the girls liked him well apart from Hinata. She liked you, and you missed your chance, girl." He nods, "I know, I understand. He was skilled and a prodigy." Ino puts her hand on top of his, "Hey, he might have been skilled, but he's not unbeatable. Didn't he chase after Gaara and get knocked out quite easily?" She looks down in shame for what she's about to say. "Yes, I admit at first most of us thought you were the worst, ground zero so to speak, but you weren't. You're probably stronger than most of us." She grins, "First you beat Kiba, now I know you're probably embarrassed by how you beat him, but you still beat him in the end. Then you beat Neji, then Gaara, and you can go toe to toe with Sasuke. Proves you're not the person we all thought you were." She chuckles, "Neji, Shikamaru, Choji, Lee, Tenten, Shiba, Kiba, Hinata, me, Sakura, you are stronger than all of us. You proved us all wrong. You should be proud of what you've accomplished." He nods, "Yes, I guess you're right, but I wouldn't say I'm stronger than Lee, though he's pretty strong." She grins, "Maybe, but you're forgetting one thing. You beat Gaara, remember? He didn't. Neither did Sasuke. You did. Yes, Lee and Sasuke's taijutsu is better than yours, but Lee can't do other things making you better overall. As for Sasuke, he ran, he's nothing but a traitor and he hurt our friends, so I've lost all respect for him. Just think of it this way, another step in your goal to become Hokage, right? He grins. Yeah, you're right. Just then the food arrives and they start eating. Of course, Naruto has 7 bowls of ramen compared to Ino's 1, but that's normal for Naruto or average. After the food, they go for a walk. Ino tells him about her work at the shop. Naruto tells her about all his old pranks. They have a laugh at some of the things he did. Then they end up getting to the memorial stone and they both go quiet, thinking of all the people who've been lost to wars and over the years, with the Sandaime being added, which always makes Naruto sad. Just then Kakashi turns up. Naruto, I've been looking for you. Naruto looks around. What do you want, Kakashi? Kakashi sighs, seems he's still pissed at me. Tsunade-sama wants to see you. Naruto nods. What does Ba-chan want? Kakashi sighs. I don't know, all I know is Jiraiya is there with her. Kakashi then vanishes via Shunshin. Naruto nods. Ero Sennin is there. Ino giggles at that as Naruto told her all about him. Naruto smiles and turns to Ino. I'll see you later, Ino-chan. She nods. She gives him a surprise kiss on the lips before she walks off. Naruto scratches his head but then walks off. Naruto arrives outside Tsunade's office. He knocks. Hey Ba-chan, it's me. She sighs. Come in, Naruto. He enters the room. Hey Ero Sennin, what are you doing here? Jiraiya sighs. Will you stop calling me that? Naruto grins. Stop being a pervert and I'll stop calling you Ero Sennin. Jiraiya sighs and Tsunade smirks. Well Naruto, I've called you here because Jiraiya here wants to train you to become stronger. Naruto grins. Really, Ero Sennin, that's so cool, so when do we start? Tsunade sighs. Hold your horses, Naruto. He looks at her. What's wrong, Ba-chan? Jiraiya smiles. I will be training you but not here. Naruto nods. Oh, so where? Jiraiya smiles. We will be traveling far and wide and I will be teaching you all I know. I'll tell you more during the trip. Naruto smiles. Really, that's so cool. Then he thinks about Ino. Wait, so I'll be leaving, but for how long? Tsunade sighs. It will be for a while. Naruto nods. How long's a while? Jiraiya sighs. At least 5 years. Naruto looks shocked. 5 years, but, Ino. Jiraiya looks at Tsunade and she shrugs. They've gotten close, it seems. He nods. I know this will be hard for you, but there are much bigger threats out there than Sasuke or Orochimaru. You remember the Akatsuki, right? Naruto lowers his head. How can I forget? Yes, I remember them. So when do we leave? Jiraiya sighs. In a few hours. Naruto looks up. Today, but that. He looks down. I understand, I'll go and pack. He leaves the room. Jiraiya looks shocked. I thought he'd be happy. Tsunade nods. He is, but him and Ino have gotten real close since Sakura last rejection. He kind of went into meltdown. Ino helped him and since then they've gotten close, sparring, eating together, talking, that sort of thing. She smirks. I think they may like each other even though technically they've only hung around each other for a few days, but 5 years will be hard for them both to take. Now what will you be teaching him? And don't you dare try and turn him into a pervert or I'll kill you. Jiraiya gulps and then starts explaining, with Tsunade making a few suggestions also. Meanwhile, Naruto quickly gets back to his house and starts packing. He's almost packed when there's a knock at the door. He knows that Chakra, it's Ino. He sighs, wonder how she'll take the news. He shrugs and heads to the door. He opens it to see a smiling Ino. Hey Naruto, so what was your meeting about with Tsunade-sama and Jiraiya? About anything good? They making you the Hokage? He sighs but chuckles in his head about the Hokage comment. You better come in. She looks puzzled. Oh, okay. She follows him inside and sees his bags. Are you going somewhere? He can't look at her but he nods. She smiles. You going on a mission or something? He sighs. Something like that. Jiraiya's going to be training me. She grins. One of the legendary Sannin is going to be training you, but that's great news. Why aren't you happy? He sighs. I am happy but I'll be gone for a while. She sighs. How long is a while? He sighs. 5 years. She looks shocked. You can't be serious. He just nods, afraid so. She sighs, but we're just getting to know each other. He nods. That's why I'm sad, Ino. I want to get stronger, but I don't want to leave you, just like what you said, we're starting to get to know each other. She sighs. Why are they doing this to you? He sighs. I won't lie to you, but for all I know, this could have been planned a while ago, before we got close, but there are people after me, that's all I can see. That's why I'm going to train to become stronger and to always be on the move, I guess, to stay off their radar. She sighs. I can't believe this, I don't want you to go, I'll miss you. He touches her cheek. And I'll miss you. She sighs. When are you going? He sighs. In a few hours. She sighs. This isn't fair. He nods. I know. She sighs. Do you want to go for a walk? He nods. Okay. He leaves his stuff on the couch and they go for a walk. At first neither say anything, they're still in shock. They end up finding a lake and they sit down next to it. Naruto ends up lying down and she curls up with him and they just lay there for a while. 2 hours later a toad appears. Ino looks up. What's that? Naruto sighs. Ero Sennin's messenger toad, I guess it's time. They get up and walk back to his apartment. Naruto goes inside and grabs his bags and together Naruto and Ino walk to the gates. When they get there they see Rock Lee, Neji, Shikamaru, Choji, Kiba, Akamaru, Hinata, Shino, Tenten, Sakura, Jiraiya, Shizune, Tsunade, Iruka-sensei, Konohamaru, Moegi, Udon and lastly Kakashi are all there waiting for them. Naruto smiles. Hey guys. They all hug him or shake his hand minus Sakura, who's surprised he's leaving, but he couldn't really care less about her anymore. Kakashi just pats him on the shoulder, not that he cared. He then turns to Ino, who's trying not to cry. She surprises everyone who doesn't know about her and Naruto by kissing him. Their foreheads are also touching. Her tears are now flowing down her cheeks. Come back to me, Naruto, come back strong and I will train just as hard. She kisses him once more before they break, but he's still holding her hand until they finally break apart. Naruto smiles at her and everyone else minus Sakura, and then he and Jiraiya go through the gate. Naruto looks back at Ino and smiles before he turns back around and they walk off. Ino watches them go with tears in her eyes. How could they do this to us, so damn unfair? A lot of people are in shock. Only Sakura and Tenten knew they were into the kissing stages. Hinata is also sad that her crush has found someone else. Ino looks at everyone before turning around and running off. Tsunade sighs. I heard they were close, but not that close. Did I make the wrong choice? Even Sakura, who barely cares about Naruto, knows that it must have been hard for him and Ino to part ways. She looks at Tsunade. Tsunade-sama, how long is Naruto gone? Everyone looks, not really knowing how long he'd be gone. Tsunade sighs. 5 years. They're all in shock. Tenten sighs. That's a long time and Ino will miss Naruto. I think she might be falling for Naruto-kun. They've hardly been apart since that mission a few days ago. Ino's in her bedroom crying when her mom finds her. What's the matter, dear? Ino sobs. Naruto's gone. He mom nods. She's never really met Naruto, so why is that making you sad? Ino sits up. I'm sad because I think I'm falling for him. I know we've technically not even been together, but we got to know each other pretty quickly and now he's gone. For 5 years, it's so not fair. Ino's mother hugs her. Shush, it will be okay. Just forget about him, there are other nice boys. Ino breaks from her mom. No, I will not forget about Naruto-kun. I love him, I think, and I'm going to train non-stop to become strong like he is. He's training for 5 years and so will I. I'll become one of the best kunoichis here and prove to Naruto how strong I am. Ino's mother sighs. If you must train, then do it when you're refreshed. Sleep now, okay? Dear, you look drained. Meanwhile, Jiraiya and Naruto have been walking now for several hours, but Naruto hasn't said a word. Jiraiya looks at him. Young love, such a shame. Are you okay, Naruto? At first, Naruto doesn't say anything, but after a minute he nods. I'm fine. Jiraiya grins. It's only 5 years, the time will fly by. Naruto glares at him. If that was supposed to be a joke, then it wasn't funny. Jiraiya sighs. Sorry Naruto, poor choice of words. Naruto sighs. So when do we begin training? The sooner we start, the sooner I can get back to Ino. Jiraiya nods. You really care for her? I thought you liked that Sakura girl. Naruto grunts. Things changed, she's not worthy of my attention. Jiraiya nods. Something must have happened. I thought he was crazy about that Sakura girl, but she didn't hug him or anything either. She was the only one who didn't. Naruto sighs. So what's first, some new jutsu, or have I got to watch you perv over women calling it research? Jiraiya grins. You know you could learn a thing or two from me. Naruto grunts. The only thing I want to learn from you is how to get stronger and faster physically as well as mentally, so I'm strong enough to beat whoever comes against me. I have no interest in becoming a pervert like yourself. Jiraiya sighs. You have it all wrong, Naruto. I'm not a pervert, I'm a super pervert. Naruto rolls his eyes. So, in other words, you're still a pervert. Jiraiya smirks. Maybe I can show you something that will help with your blonde friend for when you return. Naruto raises an eyebrow. Like what? Jiraiya grins. All in good time. For now, let's make camp. Naruto groans. But there's a town a mile away. Why can't we stay there in a nice bed instead of the ground and outdoors? Jiraiya smiles. You will have to get used to the outdoors, Naruto. Besides, we don't have the money for rooms at inns. Naruto scoffs. Oh, but you use the money for sake and women, I bet. Jiraiya grins. A super pervert never reveals his plans to just anyone. Rest now, Naruto. You look worn out. Besides, you're not in a good mood. Naruto sighs and pulls out his sleeping bag and turns away from the Jiraiya. He sighs. Night Arrow Sennin. He then whispers, Night Ino. Naruto and Jiraiya have been traveling for a few weeks now. So far Jiraiya has taught him nothing and it's starting to piss Naruto off. Arrow Sennin, when are we going to train? I want to get stronger, but all we've done is walk around. Jiraiya sighs. Fine, so what do you want to learn? So tell me, what did Kakashi teach you? Naruto scoffs. Hardly anything. He spent most of his time training the traitor. Jiraiya sighs. My, how has he fallen? Surely he taught you something. Naruto sighs. Tree climbing exercise and teamwork like that mattered. Jiraiya sighs. Well, I will help with that. I've seen you have mastered the Rasengan that I showed you, but you still need help from a clone. We will have to sort that out. Naruto nods. Yeah. Jiraiya nods. You still can't control your chakra fully. Naruto shakes his head. No. Jiraiya sighs. A lot of work, but I will have to have a talk with Kakashi. Minato would not be pleased that Kakashi is treating his son so badly. I will teach you Sage Mode, but also so much more. Naruto is stunned. Sage Mode sounds cool, but what's that? Jiraiya grins. Sage Mode is a higher skill and I will teach it to you, but like I said, later. First we work on your abysmal taijutsu, then some chakra exercises, like walking on water, then we will find out your affinity. He grins. Then learn some of your affinity jutsus, improve your strength with chakra weights, improve your mind through books, which your clones can do, fully master your Rasengan, change your damn clothes because no student of mine will dress like a clown, and lastly Sage Mode. Oh, yeah, working on the demon chakra to harness it. Naruto grins after hearing all that until the clothes part. Hey, I don't look like a clown, you look more like a clown than me. Jiraiya just laughs. Shut up, Gaki, you'll thank me later. Naruto just folds his arms and mumbles, I don't look like a clown and orange is cool. Ino's Pav. It's been several weeks since Naruto left. For the first week she hardly left her house. It took her a while to realize that she missed Naruto so much. It was weird how quick they got close. She used to like Sasuke, but she realized it was only a crush. Sakura and Ino actually stopped being friends because of how Sakura treated Naruto, not that they were that good of friends because of the whole Sasuke ordeal. It really annoyed Ino how clueless Sakura was to Naruto's feelings towards her. Pretty much everyone else could tell Naruto was in love with Sakura. Of course, Sakura only had eyes for the traitor. It was around that time that Ino realized that Sasuke was just not worth it. it wasn't as if he even acknowledged her, so why bother? This was before the whole Naruto thing happened. Actually, the day Ino came to terms with giving up on Sasuke was the day she saw Naruto all sad. She realized just how nice Naruto was when he risked his life to do whatever he could to bring back Sasuke for Sakura, and when he failed to bring him back, Sakura still wasn't happy with him. It was actually her teammate Shikamaru who was the one who brought her out of her thoughts. It was then that Ino remembered what she said to Naruto the day he left, that she would train just as hard as he will be doing, so she went to her father to get him learn more of her family jutsus. She also got help from someone else, Orochimaru's old apprentice Mitarashi Anko. Naruto's POV. Jiraiya's got Naruto sitting down and meditating to control his chakra. He's been at it several hours and Jiraiya's happy at his progress. He's already mastered walking on water. Now he's controlling his chakra. Jiraiya smiles. You will be proud of your son Kushina and Minato. He will surpass you, Minato. He chuckles. Naruto opens his eyes. I did it. Jiraiya smiles. Good, now it's time to relax. Naruto sighs. You want to do research, I bet. Jiraiya grins. Why yes, how did you guess? Naruto sighs. Because every time you say let's relax you disappear and I always find you perving. Naruto sighs. Can't you learn me some new jutsus? Jiraiya smiles. All in good time. Naruto sighs. That's what you've been saying for the last week. Jiraiya smiles. Now godson, I will show you things you'll never believe. Naruto sighs. I'm not becoming a pervert. Jiraiya chuckles. Naruto, this will help you with your lady friend Ino. Naruto nods. I'd like to write to her. Jiraiya nods. Maybe tomorrow. For now, let's relax. Naruto sighs. Fine, then you teach me a new jutsu. Jiraiya grins. First I want to find your affinity. Naruto looks confused. My affinity? Jiraiya nods. Yes, there are several. Fire, water, earth, lightning, and wind. We will find out what yours is, then I will teach you some jutsus, but for now we relax. Naruto sighs. Fine. Ino's POV. Ino's been training with her father to improve. She's already improved on her taijutsu thanks to Rock Lee. It's strange that she asked him, but Tenten suggested there's nobody better, but beware, it will be painful. Lee, who was only too happy to help. She also improved her family jutsu. She can now control people's minds without them knowing. She played a prank and made Kiba run around acting like a horse. It was so funny. Anko learned her a few snake jutsus such as Sojusosai no Jutsu, Twin Snake's Mutual Death Technique, and Sane Jishu, Hidden Shadow Snake Hands. Her main goal is to learn Shintenshin no Jutsu, Mind-Body Switch Technique. Her goal is to make Naruto proud of her and to improve herself. Before she got close to Naruto, training wasn't that important, but after getting close to Naruto and realizing how determined Naruto was in his training, she realized that she should try harder, not just for herself but to prove to herself that she can be a great ninja just like Naruto. Year 2. Naruto's POV. Naruto has grown quite tall now. He's also put on quite a lot of muscle, and it's also brought many female admirers. Not that he cares much, there's only one girl for him, and that's Ino. He still hasn't written to her yet, even though he said he would. He hopes she's still waiting for him and hopes that she's training like she said she would. He found out his affinity was wind, but also fire and earth. Jiraiya had taught him several fire, earth, and a few wind jutsus. Jiraiya also improved his taijutsu, which he was never good at. He's now on his own as Jiraiya is one of his stupid research missions, so Naruto decides to write a letter to Ino. He tells her what he's done and what he's seen on his travels. He tells her he misses her. He also asks how she's doing in her training. He tells her that he will be able to give Rock Lee a good fight in taijutsu. Ino's POV. Ino's been training with Anko for a while and has picked up a few naughty traits from her which her parents don't approve of. Of course, Anko said Naruto will love it. Ino smiled at that. Like Naruto, she's also grown. She's a little taller, but her body has also changed. Her breasts have grown, although nothing as big as Hinata's. Ino was shocked when she saw and was kind of jealous. But that quickly ended. She was proud of her body. She thinks of Naruto often and wonders how he is. She thought of writing to him but had no idea how to get a letter to him. She's just finished training with Anko when an Anbu ninja appears in front of her. Ino Yamanaka the Hokage would like you to visit her. Ino nods and follows the Anbu ninja to the Hokage's tower. Ino appears outside and knocks and she's told to enter. She smiles. Tsunade-sama, you asked to see me. Tsunade smiles. Why? Yes, I have something for you. Ino takes a letter from Tsunade. She looks at Tsunade who smiles. It's from Naruto. Ino smiles. Thank you, Tsunade-sama. Tsunade smiles. How's your training going? She smiles. It's going well, Tsunade-sama. Anko-sensei has taught me a few things. I'm getting help with my taijutsu and my dad's learning me more family jutsus, so I can't complain. Tsunade smiles. That is good, Ino. I'm proud of you, that is all. Ino smiles and leaves. She uses Shunshin that Anko-sensei taught her and goes to where she and Naruto spent some of their short time together before he left. She rips open the letter and starts reading. To Ino. Hope you're well. Sorry I haven't written to you yet. I was going to, but I've been busy training. I have 3 affinities: fire, wind and earth. Aren't I awesome? I've also improved my taijutsu. Rock Lee better be careful, I might surpass him. I've traveled to many places. It's been quite an experience. Apart from Jiraiya and his so-called research, e.g. perving on women at the baths, he's such a perv. He's actually my godfather. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I hope you're doing well. I miss everyone. Well, maybe not everyone, but I really miss spending time with you. Although it wasn't long we became close, and I still hate that our time was over so quickly, but I'll be back soon. Jiraiya has taught me a few things, some things I'd rather forget. Also, he's trying to turn me into a pervert. I hope your training is hard as me. I'll see you soon. Naruto Uzumaki, future Hokage. Believe it. She smiles as she read it. She feels tears come down her face. I miss you to Naruto, and I've been training also. I'll write back to you. I guess Tsunade can get my letter to you. You'll be proud of me. She leaves and starts to rush home to write back to Naruto. Just before she gets there, she bumps into Sakura. They've finally regained their friendship, although she won't take any shit from Sakura about Naruto. Sakura smiles. Hey Ino. Ino smiles. Hey Sakura. Sakura grins. What's that? Ino grins. A letter from Naruto. Sakura smiles. That's nice. How is he? Ino raises an eyebrow. I thought he annoyed you, so why do you care how he is? Sakura sighs. I realized I was an idiot. He's my teammate and he always treated me nice, but I was so mean to him. I want to apologize to him when he returns. Ino nods. I see. Well, he might not want to accept your apology. Sakura sighs. Oh, do you think he hates me? Ino shrugs. I don't know. He has a reason to hate you though. Sakura nods. I guess you're right. So what's he been up to? Ino and Sakura sit on a bench and Ino shows her the letter. Sakura smiles. Wow, 3 affinities. That sure is something. Not many people have more than 1 affinity, and he has 3. Surprise. Wait, Jiraiya is his godfather. Wow. She continues reading. Jiraiya better not turn Naruto into a pervert. Ino grins. I don't care as long as he pervs over me. I'm fine with it. Sakura and Ino both burst out laughing. Sakura grins. What has Anko-sensei been teaching you? Ino grins. Only Naruto will find out. Sakura is shocked. You pervert. Ino grins. I really miss him. It's hard to believe that I never knew Naruto that well. He's such a hard worker and so into his training. Sakura nods and lowers her head in shame. Yes, he always was. Ino looks at Sakura. What's wrong? Sakura sighs. Kakashi-sensei never really trained either me or Naruto. He spent all his time with Sasuke, and look what happened. Sasuke nearly killed Naruto, who was like a brother to him. Ino is surprised. They were that close. Sakura nods. Yes, they were. Well, not at first their rivals, but they were kind of friends. Their teamwork was really good. I kind of felt like the odd one out. Ino nods. Now Naruto-kun's getting trained by one of the legendary Sannin. Sakura smiles. Yes, I'm glad. Plus he's family to Naruto, right? Ino smiles. Yeah, that's true. Wait, I have an idea. Why don't you ask to become Tsunade-sama's apprentice? It might help with Naruto if he knows you're trying to improve yourself. Sakura smiles. You think she will accept? I know she's close to Naruto like a mother to him in fact, and she probably knows how badly I treated Naruto-kun. Ino smiles. Naruto-kun Sakura blushes and Ino chuckles. I'm messing with you, and as for Tsunade-sama, tell her you to want to improve yourself, she might change her mind. Sakura smiles. I will and prove to Naruto I'm not just a stupid fangirl anymore. She sighs in frustration. Not that Sasuke ever showed me any attention, he was as rude to me as I was to Naruto. Ino smiles. You do that well, I have to go and write a reply back to Naruto-kun. Sakura smiles. Have fun, tell him I'm sorry, or don't, either way, I will apologize to him when he returns. Ino smiles. Have fun yourself, she shunshuns away. Sakura smiles. I hope you'll forgive me, Naruto, I've realized how much of a bitch I was before. Ino gets home and runs to her room and starts writing a reply. It takes 10 minutes to write. She tells him what she's been up to. She doesn't mention Sakura as he might not care, and maybe it would be better for her to apologize to him face to face. Naruto's POV. Naruto's just came out of the hot springs with Jiraiya. He really needed that after his tough workout. Who'd have figured the lazy-ass pervy sage could be such a taskmaster? When Naruto gets out of the changing rooms, he sees Jiraiya flirting with the receptionist. He sighs, he never changes. He then thinks of Ino. I wonder if she got my letter, I wonder how she's doing. Just then Jiraiya comes up. Naruto, you in there? Naruto looks up. Do you ever stop flirting, you damn pervert? Jiraiya grins. Nope, now we've done some training, now it's time I did some research. Naruto sighs. Have fun, I'm going for a walk. Jiraiya grins. You're leaving, but you could learn so much from perving, you'll know how to treat your blonde friend right. Naruto rolls his eyes. Damn pervert. He storms out of the shop mumbling obscenities at Jiraiya. Naruto's been walking for about 20 minutes when he finds himself in a street he shouldn't really be in. For his age, he's about 6 feet now tall. For his age, he also looks more mature, even though he's only 14. He's looking down when he hears talking. It seems it's about himself, so he looks up and sees the whole street is full of women gawking at him with perverted looks on their faces. He sighs and uses shunshin to the next street. He then finds a weapon shop and steps inside. He buys a few kunai and shurikens. He buys a few more ninja outfits and puts them in seals along with the weapons he bought. He then continues his walk. What he doesn't know is he's being followed by 2 people in black cloaks with red clouds on it. He's now sitting down next to a lake when Kurama speaks. Hey brat, do you sense them? Naruto nods. Yes, they've been following me ever since I left the weapons shop. Kurama nods. So why are you just sitting there? You're no match for them. Naruto sighs. So they're not normal weak ninjas. Kurama sighs. Can't you feel their chakra? They're at least S rank. You'd do well to run and find that pervert. It's those Akatsuki people who attacked you when you were getting that Tsunade women. Naruto nods. Right. Kurama nods. Suppress your chakra then flee. Naruto does just that, then uses shunshin and disappears, and not a moment too soon. The 2 who was following him come into the opening. One is a fish-type man, the other is an Uchiha. The fish one sighs. We lost him, Itachi. Itachi nods. So it would seem, but he won't get away at the moment. He's no match for us. Kisame sighs. I never even got to fight. How dull. It's been a few days since Naruto got away from the 2 followers. He's yet to tell Jiraiya. He's trying to think how they found him. They are obviously following him, but he's still not sure what they want with him, but he did get a bad vibe from them. Even before Kurama told him they were dangerous, he was able to send out shadow clones, and at one time his clone was taken out. It gave him a slight headache. Jiraiya has been watching Naruto closely and knows that he's hiding something from him. At first he ignored it, but when he caught out of the corner of his eye, he saw Naruto clutch his head for no reason. He's also not stupid. He knows he's sent out shadow clones. For what reason he doesn't know. He sighs. Let's take a rest, follow me. Naruto looks over. Okay. They both shunshin out of the town and into the forest. Naruto looks around. What the hell, Ero Sennin, what are we doing out here? Jiraiya sighs. What are you hiding from me, kid? Naruto's eyes go wide. Could he know? Well, he is one of the legendary Sannin after all. Kurama then speaks. You should tell him. I don't know why you haven't told him already. Naruto sighs. Yeah, you're right. Naruto sighs. Okay, I'm being followed. Jiraiya grins. You attracting girls, my boy, and I didn't have to do anything. Good work. Naruto sighs. No, they're bad news. It's two people I know that much. I first felt them after I went off on my walk when you was flirting with the receptionist. I felt their chakra when I left the weapon shop where I bought some kunai, shuriken and more clothes. Naruto looks down in shame. I was thinking of luring them out of the village to confront them, but then Kurama told me I was no match for them and I should run. I've been sending out shadow clones to throw them off, and a short while ago they attacked one of them and took him out. Jiraiya listened. He was shocked. How did he not sense anything? His spy network would have mentioned if there was bad news. You're saying it's the Akatsuki? Naruto nods. Yes, they caught my clone by surprise. I don't know how they found me, but it's those two Akatsuki we defended against when we went to get Ba-chan the fish guy and Itachi. Well, it was Itachi who just killed my clone. When Naruto looks up at Jiraiya, he notices that Jiraiya is in shock. Hey Ero Senin, you okay? Jiraiya sighs. Shit, this is bad news, kid. From what you just told me, the Akatsuki are still after you. I thought I had more time. I should have been informed by my spy network. It's not working properly. Tell me, where did you send your clone? He looks at Naruto, who is staring at him in shock. Jiraiya grabs his shoulder. Naruto, this is important. Where did you send your clone? Naruto looks up. He's still confused. They're still after me. Jiraiya nods. Yes, now tell me. Naruto nods and tells him. Jiraiya nods. Stay here and control your chakra. I'll be back shortly. Work on some jutsu or something. Just don't make too much noise. Better yet, meditate. Naruto nods. Okay. Jiraiya pats him on the shoulder. Don't worry, kid, they won't touch you. Naruto nods. Okay. Jiraiya shunsins away, but he's deep in thought. This is not good. How was I not informed of their activities? It's highly unlikely my spy network wouldn't know of them being in the area. He opens up his senses and feels their chakra. He appears on the roof close to them. He suppressed his chakra. Damn it, this is not good. Seems I will have to step up his training. I will also have to inform Tsunade. He summons a toad and informs the frog about the Akatsuki and then sends off the toad. Konohagakure. Tsunade is in her office doing paperwork. She sighs. Damn it, paperwork, I hate paperwork. Just then a poof of smoke and a frog is in front of her. She looks up. A messenger toad. The toad nods. I have a message from Jiraiya. Tsunade nods and puts a seal over the room. Speak. The toad speaks and Tsunade is in shock. This is bad. Okay, tell Jiraiya to keep him safe. Oh, and whilst you are here, take this. It's for Naruto. The toad takes the letter then disappears. Tsunade rubs her eyes. The Akatsuki, this is bad, not what I wanted. I hope you stay safe, both of you. Ino would never forgive me if I let you get hurt, Naruto-kun. She groans, quoting Shikaku, troublesome. Jiraiya's pav. The messenger toad returns to Jiraiya, gives him the letter, says it's for Naruto, then disappears. Jiraiya smirks. From Ino, I bet I'll give him this later. Can't distract him. This is troublesome. I will have to keep an eye on them. Year 3. It's been several weeks now. Jiraiya was able to send Itachi and Kisame east. Whilst they went west, Jiraiya trained him several new jutsus of wind such as Futon, Daitapa, Wind Release, Great Breakthrough. Futon. Kaza no Yeba, Blade of Wind, Futon. Rinkuden, Wind Release. Drilling Air Bullet, and Futon. Kaden Shuriken, Wind Release. Rotating Shuriken, for Fire. Kaden. Karyuden, Fire Release. Fire Dragon Bullet, Kaden. Shuriken no Jutsu, Fire Release. Shuriken Technique, his Earth Doden. Yomi Numa, Earth Release. Swamp of the Underworld, Doden. Shinju Zanshu no Jutsu, Earth Release. Double Suicide Decapitation Technique, Doden. Doryuden. Earth Release. Earth Dragon Bullet. As well as teaching him how to add wind to his Rasengan, he's also started teaching him Sage Mode, although it's taking a lot of time. After one such research trip he came back to see Naruto learning something new. At first he thought it was the Rasengan and started to turn away as it started out as a Rasengan, then it changed and then Naruto threw it. Jiraiya was in shock. Then he heard Naruto should Rasenshuriken. He actually did a Hinata and fainted, not hearing the massive destruction the move caused. He also learned some other moves such as Bunshin Daibakua, Clone Great Explosion, and Shuriken Cage Bunshin no Jutsu, Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. We now find Naruto and Jiraiya in Sunagakure. They visited Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro. Temari actually drooled when she saw Naruto. It's been a while since Naruto saw them last. She tried to flirt with him when it failed. Jiraiya told her it was because he has a girl back home, and she was surprised when it wasn't Sakura but her friend Ino Yamanaka, which she thought was ironic. They left Sunagakure after a week and continued their trip, and after another hard day training they're resting and camping outside as they're broke because Jiraiya would rather spend the money on drinking or gambling. Not that Naruto isn't used to it by now, he's been with Ero Sennin for years after all. Jiraiya would often disappear whilst the toads were training Naruto to meet with his contacts or to do his damned research. They're now both chilling out. Jiraiya still has Ino's letter. He looks at Naruto. He's been depressed. Maybe he thinks Ino doesn't care anymore. He sighs. Hey Naruto, catch. Naruto looks up and catches a letter. What's this? Jiraiya sighs. A letter from Ino. Naruto smiles. Wow, took her months to reply. Jiraiya sighs. Actually it arrived months ago, but with the Akatsuki situation I thought it would distract you. Naruto nods. I understand, it was logical to do that. Jiraiya smirks. You're learning quick now, read your girlfriend's letter. Naruto blushes. She's not my girlfriend, Ero Sennin, but he opens the letter and starts reading. He needs a distraction. He looks up. Hey Ero Sennin, when I reply should I mention Akatsuki? Jiraiya shakes his head. No, just say you was busy and lost track of time. Naruto nods. Good idea. Naruto tears open the letter and he starts reading. To Naruto-kun. Thanks for your letter. I was so glad you wrote to me. I tried to write to you but I didn't know how to get it to you, but now I know what to do. Well, obviously you're reading this after all. Naruto chuckles at that, then continues reading. I've been training non-stop since you left. Rock Lee helped me with my taijutsu. Not sure if I can take him though, maybe someday. Well, in my dreams maybe. I've also been improving. I have 2 affinities, earth and water, and have learned some cool jutsus including some family ones. I've also got a new sensei in Anko sensei. She's taught me a few snake jutsus. She's a bit of a pervert, probably not in Jiraiya's league, mind you. Oh, you'll find this funny. I used a mind transfer jutsu and made Kiba think he was a horse. Not sure if that's a jutsu or not. I laughed for hours. You had to have been here. I miss you a lot, although we only spent a short time together. For me it was some of the happiest moments in my life. I can't believe it's been 2 years now. I can't wait for you to return. Everyone is fine. They wonder how you're doing. I'll show them your letter. They will be shocked. Sakura's okay, but that's all I'll say about her. From Ino Yamanaka, blonde babe of Konoha. Believe it. P.S. When you get back we will see who's been corrupted by their sensei the most. Naruto smiles. You're doing good for yourself, Ino-chan. I miss you also. I'll see you soon. I wish I could go forward in time, and Ero Sennin's not corrupted me yet, so you probably win. Not that he hasn't tried. Jiraiya smiles. You seem happy. How is she? Naruto smiles. She's doing well. She's training hard, which is good. She has 2 affinities in earth and water. Pretty cool, don't you think? I know she wasn't interested in training that hard before. She used to be another Sasuke Tem fangirl, but she changed. Jiraiya grins. I think she saw something in you and wanted to change her ways. I must say, 2 affinities, that's great. Maybe I'll have to see how she's going with her training. Could even teach her a jutsu maybe. Naruto smiles. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, Ino-chan's also got another sensei. She's being trained by another pervert in Anko Mitarashi. Jiraiya laughs. Anko-chan, interesting. She may be a pervert, but I'm a super pervert. She's not in my league. Naruto chuckles. Yay, Ino-chan said that. She said when I get back to find out who's been corrupted the most from their senseis. Jiraiya grins. Well, it seems you bring out the best in your friends. That's good, though fangirls are really not great ninjas. They don't focus on their training, they only focus on their crush. It's a weakness that could get them killed. Naruto thinks about Sakura. I wonder if she's finally got her act together. Yeah, so Sage Mode, I'll have it mastered soon, right? Jiraiya grins. Gamabunta disagrees. He says you still have ways to go yet, but they're impressed. Naruto scoffs. As long as I don't get warts on my face like you, I'll be happy and I'll master it, unlike a super pervert I know. He then folds the letter up and places it in his bag, then lies down and quickly falls off to sleep. Jiraiya grins. Minato. Kushina, you'd be proud of your boy, he's coming on well, even got his own girlfriend, although he says she's not. He smirks, then lies down himself and falls asleep. Year 4. The 4th year started badly for Naruto and Jiraiya. Somehow Itachi and Kisame found Naruto again. It's really getting suspicious, but somehow they caught Naruto unprepared. If it wasn't for Jiraiya arriving when he did, Itachi and Kisame would have taken Naruto. He fought well, but against them both even surprised Itachi with a Bunshin Daibakua, clone great explosion. Itachi was pretty singed, but other than that wasn't badly hurt. After that it went badly for Naruto, he wasn't a match for them combined. Luckily Jiraiya turned the tables when he arrived and managed with the help of Gamabunta beat both Itachi and Kisame, managing to knock them off a cliff. Although he doubted they died, although he wished they did. Of course, his wish was not successful and they didn't die, but when they got back up, Jiraiya had taken Naruto away and set up false trails in all direction. Naruto was in a bad way and was in a hospital for over a month recuperating from the battle. Jiraiya informed Tsunade, who wasn't best pleased and almost left Konoha to make sure Naruto was okay. Luckily Jiraiya and Shizune managed to persuade her, although she was angry at them both, but when she settled down she was happy they were both okay. When Naruto did get out of the hospital, he went straight back to training, learning more jutsus and continuing his Sage Mode training. Ino's Pav. Ino's continued her training. She's now probably the strongest kunoichi in Konoha out of their friends. She also started learning some healing jutsus as well. Sakura told her it couldn't hurt, plus to be with Naruto it couldn't hurt to know how to heal people, including Naruto himself. Knowing how stubborn he is with his training, he's bound to get hurt, and Ino agreed on that. Sakura as well became very strong overall. Ino's stronger, but if it was hand to hand Sakura would win, or using her brain Sakura would win, but Ino's more cunning. Sakura became a great medic nin. Even Tsunade said Sakura might surpass her someday. Of course, it nearly didn't happen like Ino and Sakura thought. Tsunade didn't want to train Sakura, but after she begged her she finally relented. Ino did receive another letter from Naruto-kun. He told her he's been training so much and traveling. Replying to her letter took time. Ino didn't mind much, she was just glad to hear from him. Other than training with Gai-sensei and Lee on taijutsu and Anko-sensei on her snake jutsus, and even started learning about poisons. She was also asked by Anko if she wanted to sign the snake contract. Ino said she'd think about it. She was also improving her medical jutsus and working at her mother's shop. She barely had time to reply. Also, she had his second letter for 4 months before she ever read it. What was strange was that Kiba tried asking her out, but she told him straight she was with Naruto and he should find someone else. She just hoped Naruto was as loyal as she was to their relationship, if it was a relationship. It went so quickly she's not really sure what it was, but she does know she can't wait to see him only one more year. If it wasn't for Sakura helping her get out of her depression of missing Naruto, she would have gone insane. She misses him so much. She misses his pranks. Konoha is just too quiet without Konoha's prankster king around. Everyone agreed on that. Well, maybe not everyone. She also wasn't the only one who missed Naruto. Iruka-sensei did. That was obvious. It became clear to her that Naruto was his favorite student. She'd sometimes see him at Ichiraku's, glancing at an empty seat beside him. Then there was Hinata. It was obvious she had feelings for the blonde-haired troublemaker. There was Tsunade. She cared about Naruto a great deal, sort of treats him like a son she never had. Ino found that sweet as Naruto had no parents. She guesses maybe Iruka-sensei's like a father figure or big brother figure also. Then there was Sakura. They both helped each other out. They both missed him for different reasons. Ino was surprised how much Sakura changed. She thinks with both Sasuke betraying the leaf and Naruto on his training trip that Sakura thought her life was meaningless. That's where Ino came in to help her. It was actually Ino who talked to Sakura and restarted their friendship. Lastly, Kakashi-sensei even missed him, which annoyed Ino because in her mind Kakashi was a shit sensei who spent all his time training Sasuke Tem and left Naruto and Sakura to fend for themselves, or spent all his time reading that orange book that Anko told her was a book full of smut. She's learned a lot of jutsus since Naruto left the two from Anko. Her clan jutsus. She also learned two jutsus from her affinities such as Doden, Doryuheiki Earth Release, Earth Style Wall, and Doden, Shinju Zanshu no Jutsu Earth Release, Double Suicide Decapitation Technique. They were the Earth ones she learned. The Water Jutsus were Sweden, Mizorupa, Water Release, Wild Water Wave, and Sweden, Suiryuden no Jutsu Water Release, Water Dragon Bullet Technique. They were all strong jutsus and it took a hell of a lot of chakra to use. She wishes she could learn something that reminds her of Naruto-kun. She's walking down the street deep in thought when she sees Kakashi-sensei. At first she thinks about ignoring him, but then she has an idea. Kakashi-sensei, can I talk to you? Kakashi looks up from his book. Oh hello Ino, what can I do for you? Ino smirks. You can train me. Kakashi raises an eyebrow. Why would I do that? Ino smirks. Because you're a disgrace to Naruto and Sakura, and for penance, you're going to teach me some of Naruto-kun's moves like Shadow Clone and Rasengan. Kakashi raises an eyebrow. You want me to teach you those, but why? She sighs. Because I want to show Naruto how much he means to me and surprise him. So can you teach me? Kakashi rubs his chin. You don't have nearly as much chakra as Naruto, so your clones wouldn't be many compared to Naruto, but okay, I will teach you both jutsus if I can. When do you have some free time? She grins. Well, Anko-sensei's on a mission for a week, so I have a week free, so there's your answer. He nods. Very well. She grins. Yes, just you wait, Naruto, I'll surprise you with your own moves. He watches her with that weird devilish grin but shakes his head. She's spending too much time with Anko. Meet me in training field 12 in an hour. She nods. Hi Kakashi-sensei. He nods and shunshuns away. She jumps in the air. This is going to be sweet. I should go and tell Sakura-chan. She runs off to Sakura's house. It's been several weeks since Kakashi-sensei started her training, and she had to admit he's a good sensei when he wants to be. Of course he was always late, but Naruto and Sakura already told her that. It was hard for her having nowhere near as much chakra as Naruto. She knew she's never going to create as many clones as him, but after finally learning the Shadow Clone Jutsu she was able to create 10 clones, but it drained a lot of her chakra, so Kakashi instructed her to create only 2. Kakashi also told her to use clones to improve her other jutsus, as the shadow clones learn through use. Whatever it learns when it's dispelled, she will gain that knowledge. It also helps that she can use clones to continue whilst she does something different. Kakashi, after finding out her affinities was earth and water, taught her Suiden Sujinheko no Jutsu Water Release, Water Formation Wall, and Doden, Doryuden, Earth Release, Earth Dragon Bullet. Ino was over the moon as she never thought about it, but with Kakashi-sensei learning so many jutsus it was great he helped her. The Rasengan, unfortunately, was not going well with Ino's limited chakra. It would just waste what she already had. Plus, as the request came out of the blue, Kakashi didn't know how to teach it to her. He remembered Naruto telling him there was steps involved, but he never told him what they were. So Kakashi had to tell her the truth. She was sad. That was obvious, but if Kakashi didn't know how to do it, how could he teach her? He did tell her to ask Naruto when he returned. She agreed to ask him. Naruto's POV. Naruto's been hard at work. It seemed like it took forever, but he finally did it. He mastered Sage Mode. He was so happy, as was Jiraiya and the other toads. Of course, Naruto didn't have warts on his face, which kind of annoyed Jiraiya. To celebrate, Jiraiya took Naruto to a brothel. Luckily Naruto got out of there quick after several women tried swarming over him. He continued walking through the town, no sign of the Akatsuki in several months. That was a relief. He continues walking. When he comes past a jewelry shop, he looks in the window and sees a silver bracelet with flowers all around it. He smiles. Ino would love that. He enters the shop and buys it for her and has it wrapped up also. He then continues his walk. For the next few weeks, Naruto and Jiraiya continued his training. Jiraiya sends another message to Tsunade, who replies that there is a group of rogue ninjas from Tokigakure in their area. They've been causing trouble and robbing travelers. She orders them to deal with it, and so they do. There is only 50 of them, so Naruto decides to toy with them. He's been waiting for ages to use this jutsu, so he rubs his hands. I'll deal with this, you sit back and relax your old bones. A vein appears on Jiraiya's head, but he just turns away, mumbling about ungrateful brats with a gray cloud above his head. Naruto chuckles, then pulls out his sword, then goes through some hand signs. Kurigakure number jutsu, water release, hidden mist technique. A thick mist appears around the camp, leaving all the rogue ninjas confused. Naruto then runs in to take them out. Jiraiya, having never liked the jutsu, cringes every time he hears a scream, and there are a lot of them. He didn't even remember teaching that to Naruto. Maybe he got a scroll from Suna when they were there before. After a few minutes, Naruto appears in front of him with a sack over his shoulder and drops it in front of Jiraiya. He looks inside and grins. Payday. Naruto grins. They're hardly going to need it, being dead and all. Jiraiya sighs. Anything I should know. Naruto sighs. I found 2 dead women. Seems they were raped before being killed. Kunoichi to I believe, such a shame, but it happens so often as you've told me. Jiraiya nods. Yes, it happens. So did you bury them? Naruto shakes his head. No, I wrapped them up there from Suna. We ain't far from there. I'd like to take them there. Jiraiya nods. You're such a kind person, and sure as you said, we ain't far. We will make camp, then set off tomorrow. Naruto nods and they set up camp, and Naruto goes to sleep. Jiraiya sends a message to Tsunade, then goes to sleep himself. The next day they set off. It only takes a few hours. When they reach Suna, they meet Temari, who blushes seeing Naruto again, but she quickly stops when she sees the sad look on his face. Temari takes them to Gaara, and then Naruto brings out a scroll and opens it and lays the 2 dead kunoichi on the floor. Jiraiya informs them about what happened, as Naruto is still taking it hard. Gaara informs them they were infiltrating a group of rogue Tokigakure rogue ninjas. They must have been found out. He thanks Naruto and Jiraiya for returning them to be buried properly. He also pays them for bringing them back, plus it seemed some of the rogue ninjas were from Suna. It's probably how they were found out. Ino's Pav. It's the 5th year now, so she knows Naruto will be returning soon. She can't wait. She's so giddy. She can't wait to see Naruto and how much he's changed, just how much more handsome he is. Apart from training under Anko sensei and the rest, she's also been trained under Tsunade. She had learned some stuff, but when Sakura informed Tsunade, she personally helped her out to help her become even better. Ino already knew that Sakura had improved, but is shocked by just how much. Sakura has really grown up. She's stronger. She already knows that from their sparring matches. She's smarter, but she's always been smarter than Ino, not that she cares. She admits that Sakura's turned into a beautiful, confident woman, not as much as herself, of course, but she has to admit she's hot just going by how many guys check her out, not that she seems to notice or care. Sakura's also a hell of a doctor. The nurses love her. She's getting quite a name for herself for not only being the apprentice of Tsunade, but for her skills as a doctor. Her fame has reached all over. Ino's been on missions as far as Kumo or Iwa, and they've mentioned the pink-haired doctor who seems to be respected. Ino only hopes that Naruto will be happy that Sakura has improved herself and isn't just a fangirl anymore. She then thinks that he's been traveling himself. He might already know personally Sakura is her best friend again, and only hopes that Naruto can find it in his heart to forgive her. It seems Sakura deep down hates everything bad she ever did to Naruto. She is still worried about Hinata. Even though they kissed more than once, deep down she fears he might not want to be with her anymore. She knows Hinata has had feelings for Naruto for a while, but she is also slightly jealous. Naruto is hers, not Hinata's, and just like Sakura, she missed her chance. Naruto's POV. It's been several months since they left Suna, but they're finally home, well, nearly there in the Fire Country. Naruto and Jiraiya are walking and talking. Naruto has completely changed how he looks. Well, he changed years ago after he realized that Jiraiya was correct. Bright orange, unfortunately, attracts trouble, just what he and Jiraiya didn't want, so now he wears black Anbu pants with a mesh shirt and a black trench coat with orange flames at the bottom. He also wears gloves with metal. In the end, they really pack a punch, as a bandit witnessed before he was sent into a tree. His hair has grown out now and is in a ponytail. Lastly, he has a sword strapped to his back. He was able to find a teacher in Kurigakure when they had a brief stay there. Naruto became quite efficient with the blade, from what Jiraiya and his sensei. For the short time he's probably high chunin or lower jonin in Kenjutsu, and now after several hours of walking, they reach the outskirts of Konoha. Naruto smirks. Home sweet home, man, I've missed this place, wonder how everyone is. Jiraiya grins. Glad to see you're back to your happy self, or is it a certain platinum blonde girl you've come to see? Naruto blushes. Shut it, Ero Sennin, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, he speeds up. Jiraiya just smirks and catches up to Naruto. Kotetsu and Izumo are bored as per usual when they see someone staring at them. At first they're shocked. Kotetsu looks at Izumo. Tell me I'm not seeing the ghost of Minato Namikaze. Izumo is shocked. I can't answer that because I'm just as baffled as you are. Naruto grins. So I look like my dad, huh? Kotetsu seems confused. Dad, wait, Naruto, is that you? Naruto grins and sticks out his thumb. Believe it. Izumo grins. Man, you've changed, Naruto, I can't believe it's been 5 years. Naruto grins. Must be dull around here without the prankster king around. Kotetsu laughs. You bet, although Konohamaru is trying to copy you. Naruto grins. Really trying to steal my thunder? Well, I'll have to show him who the real prankster king of Konoha is now, won't I? But for now, well, I have things to do, I'll catch you later. Without waiting for a reply, he dashes off. Then Jiraiya appears. Damn it, he's run off again. Oh hey guys. Izumo and Kotetsu grin. Welcome back, Jiraiya. He grins, then rushes off to meet up with Tsunade. Kotetsu and Izumo just grin, knowing a lot of pranks are coming to the village. Ino and Naruto's POV. Ino's in the flower shop bored. Her dad's on a mission and her mom's out of the village gathering supplies, so she's stuck here reading a magazine. She's that bored she's read the same magazine 3 times and it's only 2 in the afternoon. Naruto's walking through Konoha. Many women are gawking at him, but he just ignores them. He stops when he gets to Ino's flower shop and looks through the window and grins when he sees Ino bored at the counter, so he opens the door and steps inside. Ino's that bored she doesn't even look up, so Naruto checks her out and is shocked. Bloody hell, she's got even hotter. How is that even possible? He coughs. Excuse me, missus, I would like to some flowers for a very special lady. Ino looks up and blushes, but she doesn't realize it's Naruto. Bloody hell, this guy's hot. Shouldn't fantasize about anyone unless that person's Naruto-kun. What is the occasion, sir? Naruto smirks. She doesn't even recognize me. This should be fun. Well, I'm not sure, I've been away for an awfully long time. Ino nods, still not getting that vital clue. I see. Well, do you love this person? Naruto thinks and then nods. Yes, I do, I think. She grins. Well, then roses would be perfect. She wraps them up and then passes them to Naruto, not knowing that it is Naruto. He grins, then passes them back. She seems confused. What are you doing? Naruto grins. Giving them to you. She blushes. I'm flattered, mister, but I'm with someone. Naruto grins. Time to tease her. He must be quite a guy. Ino grins. He's been away for so long, I miss him so much. Naruto chuckles. Oh, what am I saying? The hell with teasing. Ino Yamanaka, have I changed that much in 5 years? Ino looks closely. No, I know that face. He's back, Naruto-kun. He grins. Believe it. She scrambles over the counter and almost jumps into him. Naruto catches her and swings her around. Man, you're even more beautiful than before. She hugs him. I've missed you so much. He grins. And I've missed you. She grins. Man, you were hot before, but damn, Naruto-kun, you're looking good. Naruto sighs. That's a blessing and a curse. I'm afraid all I've had for 5 years is girls drooling over me every time they see me, and that includes as soon as I stepped foot in Konoha. She grins. Well, they can drool all they want, only I get to be with you. Come on, I need a break, let's go for a walk. Naruto nods. Okay, Ino-chan, don't forget the roses. She picks them up and she locks up and they walk around. Ino is clinging to Naruto's arm as they walk around. Many women are glaring at Ino wishing they were her. Men are glaring at Naruto for the same reason the women are glaring at Ino, but neither Naruto or Ino care. They're back together and that's all that matters. They head up to the Hokage monument and lie down on the top with Ino lying on Naruto's chest. She grins. You know you wouldn't get all the women drooling over you if you wasn't wearing such a revealing shirt. He grins. Yeah, you're probably right. She grins. But I like it, I get to see your amazing chest and it's all mine. She starts touching his chest and blushes. You was slightly ripped before, now you're just amazing. She leans down and kisses Naruto on the lips and he kisses her back. Sakura's walking down the street after just finishing her shift at the hospital. She hasn't gotten any plans. She stops to buy a drink of water when she hears a group of female villagers gossiping. When she hears the name of a blonde stud and Ino, she doesn't know how to react. Could it be Naruto, or has Ino met someone else? It has been 5 years, so who knows? She shakes her head. Ino's the gossip girl. Not her, but speaking of Ino, she might go and say hello. She's probably bored out of her skull running the shop all day. It doesn't take long to get to the flower shop, but when she gets there she sees the shop's closed. That's odd. She shrugs and decides to head home for a nice hot shower. Meanwhile, on the Hokage monument, Naruto and Ino are just lying there looking up into the clouds. Ino has her head on Naruto's shoulder. So Naruto-kun, I've been training real hard. You know I train with Anko-sensei, but I've also been training with Kakashi-sensei. Naruto looks at her. Kakashi-sensei, why would you be training with him? She grins and stands up. She does some hand signs. Taju Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. 5 clones of Ino appear and wave at Naruto. Naruto's shocked. You can do shadow clone jutsu? Wow, how many can you make? She smiles and dispels the clones and sits beside Naruto. I can create 10, but it wastes a lot of my chakra, so Kakashi-sensei said to only create 2 at a time. He also taught me a water and earth jutsu, but it does waste a lot of chakra. Naruto smiles. Wow, that's still great. Naruto stands up and goes into Sage mode. Check this out, it's Sage mode. She smiles. Wow, that's cool. Did you learn anything else? Naruto nods. Yeah. Tons more actually. Oh, I've got something for you. He searches through his pockets and pulls out a package. Here, I bought this for you. She smiles. He bought me a gift. I wonder what it is. She rips the wrapping off and opens the box and she's shocked. Wow, it's beautiful. She looks at Naruto and then puts it on her wrist, then launches herself at Naruto and hugs him before she kisses him on the lips, which he quickly reciprocates, and for the next few minutes they continue kissing. Later on in the day, all of Team 7, Sakura, Team 8 and 9 and most of Team 10, Shikamaru and Choji, are all heading to one of Choji's restaurants for lunch. They're all talking when from the opposite direction Naruto and Ino are walking side by side with Ino holding Naruto's hand and they're chatting away. The girls all blush at the blonde hunk, not realizing it's Naruto. Ino grins. So Naruto-kun, where do you want to eat? Naruto shrugs. Wherever you want, Ino-chan. The Konoha 11 are all staring. They heard what Ino said and can't believe they're all thinking the same thing. Naruto's back. Kiba notices the hurt look on Hinata's face and sighs. Maybe now she'll notice me. I'm better than Naruto anyways. In his dreams maybe. Sakura is shocked. OMG, that's Naruto-kun. Her inner self is also drooling. What the hell, he's so hot. Sakura sighs. Yay, maybe, but he'll never be ours. Not how I treated him. Ino smiles, then she looks up and sees everyone staring at her and Naruto. Naruto looks at her. What's up, Ino-chan? He looks up. Oh, hey guys. Choji grins. Hey Naruto, when did you get back? Naruto grins. A few hours ago. How you doing, Choji? I see you've put on a lot of muscle. That's good. Still the powerhouse of Team 10. Choji nods. Hell yay. Shikamaru smirks. Welcome back. I see you've changed your look. No orange at all. Finally realized how much of a target it made you. Naruto scratches his head. Yeah, something like that, but I still have orange flames. Tenten smiles. Welcome back, Naruto. I guess the rumors I've heard all day were talking about you when they mentioned a blonde bombshell entering the Leaf Village a few hours ago. Naruto groans. Don't remind me. All I've had for 5 years is girls drooling over me, and Tamari was one of them. I finally realized how someone else felt all those years ago. Ino nudges his arm, then grins. Hey, you should be happy every woman wants you. Treat it as a compliment like I do when the guys do the same to me. A few of the group laugh at that, knowing Ino's always flaunted her good looks even if she didn't flirt anymore. Choji grins. Hey, you two, why don't you join us? My dad opened up a new restaurant and the food's great, plus as you're back we eat for free. Shikamaru rolls his eyes. We always eat for free when we visit one of your dad's places. Choji chuckles. Good point. Naruto and Ino shrug and follow them. Ino has seen Sakura looking at Naruto, even she had that far-off look of lust. She might be her best friend again, but she better not try anything or she will go postal on her ass with shadow clones. Sakura doesn't know about it yet, only Kakashi-sensei. Tsunade and her parents know, and Inoichi was happy because he could train his daughter on more stuff, plus she could help out her mom at the same time, a win-win for everyone. Naruto noticed Sakura but hardly paid her much attention. They all sit down and start eating and start talking about what they've all been up to. Ino saw Hinata try to talk to her Naruto-kun but could barely say anything. She now wishes he should have changed out of that mesh shirt into something that didn't show off his whole body to the world. Naruto freaks out Kiba by going into Sage mode, causing Kiba to fall off his chair backward whilst everyone laughed. Sakura is the only one who doesn't really know how to start a conversation with Naruto, even though she wanted to, but she's happy that he's improved even more. She also saw the shiny bracelet Ino wore on her wrist, as did everyone else. She thought it was beautiful and she's never seen it before, so Naruto must have got it for her. After the food, they all split up. Naruto's now with Ino walking down the street when an Anbu appears in front of him. Uzumaki-san, the Hokage requests your presence. Naruto nods. I'll be right there. The Anbu nods and vanishes. Naruto turns to Ino. I'll see what Ba-chan wants and find you later. Ino smiles. Okay, I'm glad you're back. Naruto nods. Me too. Naruto gives her a kiss on the lips before jumping on the roof and running to the Hokage tower. Not far away, Sakura is walking home. She's feeling pretty down. She wanted to talk to Naruto but alone, and that wasn't going to happen earlier. She has her head down, then hears her name and look up to see an Anbu in front of her. Lady Hokage requests your presence, Haruno-san. Sakura smiles. Understood, I'll be there shortly. The Anbu vanishes and she starts making her way to the tower. I wonder what Milady wants with me. Maybe she's heard about Naruto's return. No, I'm certain she knows. She speeds up, jumping across rooftops at high speed. They both arrive at the tower at the same time, but they don't know what to say, so they stay quiet and walk to Tsunade's office. Sakura does keep glancing at Naruto and he notices but does nothing, just brushes it off. Sakura knocks on the door and she hears, enter, so she steps inside followed by Naruto. Tsunade sees Sakura and smiles, then sees Naruto and is shocked. She blushes but quickly turns away before they noticed. Naruto smiles. Hey Ba-chan, I'm back. She groans. Stop calling me that, I'm not old. Naruto smirks. So what's up? Tsunade smiles. Well, Jiraiya tells me you've grown considerably and you finally got out of that ridiculous orange jumpsuit, although the choice of the top. Really, do you want the female population of Konoha to pass out? Naruto sighs. There's no winning with you, is there? So what's up? Tsunade grins. I want to see just how powerful you now are. Naruto nods. Okay, so what, I'm fighting Sakura or something? Sakura noticed he didn't say Chan after her name and looks depressed. Tsunade noticed the look. As interesting as that may be, Sakura being my apprentice and all, it won't be you versus Sakura. You should be proud, Naruto. She might even be a better medic than me one day. Naruto nods then smirks, so she's finally taking her training seriously. I'm actually happy about that. Does that mean she's scared of blood like you were, Ba-chan? Sakura covers her mouth to stop herself from giggling. Oh, that was funny. Shizune told me about that. Sakura's inner self is laughing. That still cracks me up. A world-renowned doctor was scared of blood. A vein appear on Tsunade's forehead. I got over that, Gaki, as you well know, but no, you won't be fighting Sakura, but you will know who you fight is with. He's right outside. Naruto heads to the window and looks on the balcony. Kakashi-sensei. He looks up from his book. Yo. Naruto climbs onto the balcony and walks to Kakashi. Here, I got a present for you. Naruto passes Kakashi a book. His eyes almost pop out of his skull. The newest edition of the Ika Ika Paradise and signed by Jiraiya also. Wow, thanks, Naruto. Tsunade looks out. Both of you get in here and put that damn book away right now, you damn pervert. Naruto smirks and Kakashi's eyes are still glazed over, but he puts the book away and follows Naruto inside. When they get inside, Tsunade is sitting in her chair. Okay, Naruto and Sakura, you will be fighting against Kakashi, so I expect greatness from you both. Naruto and Sakura nod. Hi Ba-chan, hi milady. Kakashi looks at them both. I'll see you where we did the bell test in 30 minutes. Naruto smirks. So is that 3 hours and 30 minutes or 30 minutes? Sakura chuckles at that. Good one, Naruto. Sakura's inner self is laughing again. Oh my god, that was so funny. Suck on that for always being late, Shinoru. Kakashi gives him an eye smile that was actually funny, but Tsunade grunts. 30 minutes or I'll personally demote you and stick you back in the academy permanently. Naruto and Sakura chuckle and Kakashi gulps. She wouldn't do that, would she? Yes, 30 minutes, see you there. He shunshuns away. Naruto grins. Nice one, Ba-chan, you almost made him piss himself. Tsunade grins. Oh, I meant it, Naruto-kun. Now off you go and do your best. Whatever Kakashi-sensei has for you, I'm sure you'll do it. Naruto and Sakura nod and leave the room. As they're gone, Tsunade sighs. You can come in now. Jiraiya grins. Man, you sure scared the crap out of Kakashi. Tsunade smirks. That was the general idea, so tell me, what level would you put Naruto in? Jiraiya grins. Well, I'd tell you, but why don't we go and watch for ourselves, as I'm sure you was planning to do that anyways. Naruto and Sakura make their way to Training Ground 7. It's quite obvious Sakura wants to talk to Naruto but ends up doing nothing. They're surprised when they get there to find Kakashi already there waiting for them. Naruto smirks. Who are you and what have you done with that lazy sensei we all know? Sakura giggles. I guess Lady Tsunade's threat scared you so much that you arrived early and not late like per usual. Kakashi sighs. I'm not that bad, you're exaggerating. Now as you're here, let's get down to business, shall we? He pulls out those 2 damn bells again and Naruto and Sakura inwardly groan. I'm sure you know what this is all about. He then pulls up his headband, uncovering the Sharingan. I can't afford to hold back, so neither should you. Sakura quickly pulls out her gloves and puts them on. Let's get down to business. Things will be different this time, Kakashi-sensei. I'm not the weak little girl anymore, as you shall soon see. Naruto cracks his neck and knuckles. Don't expect me to go easy on you, Kakashi-sensei. He then quickly throws some shuriken before doing some hand signs. Shuriken Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Shuriken Shadow Clone Technique. He quickly follows up with more hand signs. Kaden. Shuriken no Jutsu, Fire Release. Shuriken Technique, quickly turning the shurikens he summoned earlier into Kaden shurikens. Lastly, he goes for a third set of hand signs. Futon. Daitapa. Wind Release, Great Breakthrough. Sakura watches what Naruto just did. 3 quick jutsus and so quicker than she's ever done. Wow, that was amazing. Kakashi also watched in shock. Wow, he wasn't lying. It seems Master Jiraiya wasn't messing around with Naruto all those years away. Then remembers the 3 jutsus and how close they are to him, so he quickly substitutes himself with a log and not a moment too soon. Kakashi doesn't really have any time to think of a plan, as he has to quickly dodge a massive tree heading right for him. He then looks at where the tree was and sees Sakura smirking. Damn, Tsunade taught her that super strength of hers, just great, I guess she's not that weak little girl anymore. Naruto looked at Sakura and is shocked but impressed. Damn, that was interesting, she's got some strength on her, seems Ba-chan's been working her good, I'm glad. Sakura notices that Naruto is watching her and blushes. Lady Tsunade taught me well, it was hell but worth it. He just nods and looks around for Kakashi. Sakura notices Kakashi appear behind Naruto and quickly backs away. Naruto's not stupid, he already knows Kakashi's behind him, he's come a long way since he left 5 years ago. Kakashi goes to grab Naruto from behind but Naruto grins, not this time Kakashi-sensei, boom. Sakura watched as Naruto, or the person she thought was Naruto, explode. Kakashi saw it coming and quickly gets out of the way of the explosion, but he does get slightly singed as he wasn't expecting that from Naruto. Of course Naruto planned for him to dodge, and for the next 2 minutes Kakashi has to keep dodging from explosions all around him as it seems every shuriken were exploding. Kakashi finally has a small reprieve from the explosions. Damn, Naruto knows the Bunshin Daibakua, I wonder what else he has up his sleeve. He groaned. Oh come on. He quickly has to dodge Sakura's next attack, Okusho, Cherry Blossom Impact. He quickly dodges that, and again not a moment too soon as Sakura's fist crashes into the ground, causing the ground to explode into a massive crater. Kakashi appears behind a tree. They've both grown so much, I'm impressed, although it should have been me, not other people, I really did mess up with those two. Naruto then goes through some more hand signs. Of course Kakashi doesn't realize the Naruto's he's watching is actually a clone. He switched with the clone during Sakura's insane attack. Kakashi then looks at Naruto and notices something's off and focuses more on him with the Sharingan. Then he looks around but quickly finds he can't move. He looks to the ground and finds the once normal ground is now mud. As Naruto used the Doden, Yumi Numa, Earth Release, Swamp of the Underworld. Kakashi then looks around and Sakura throws a barrage of kunai attached with bags of small explosive tags and cherry blossom petals to help camouflage the tags. She then throws another kunai with another explosive tag and it ignites the other explosive tags and they all explode around Kakashi. The move is called Sakura Fubuki no Jutsu, Sakura Blizzard Technique. Kakashi's eyes almost pop out of his skull at the move. Naruto approaches Sakura. Very impressive, hiding the tags in the Sakura petals. Impressive move. She grins. Thanks Naruto, you've got skills also. They then look back where Kakashi was supposed to be and what they see is well what's left of a burnt and destroyed log. They then hear clapping to the side of them. Impressive both of you, you make a dangerous team, but is that all you got? I still have the bells, remember. Kakashi then hears a voice right behind him, Rasengan, spiraling sphere. Sakura watches as the Naruto next to her dispels and she turns back to Kakashi just as he turns into a puddle of water. Mizu Bunshin no Jutsu, Water Clone Technique. The clone that used the Rasengan then dispels again. Kakashi, who's hiding behind a tree, then has to jump away. Another jutsu, Kei's no Yaiba, Blade of Wind, cuts straight through the tree he was hiding behind. Kakashi knows that move, Kei's no Yaiba, Blade of Wind. As Kakashi stands from dodging Naruto's last attack, he has to quickly dodge from Sakura's next attack, Sudankyaku, Heavenly Foot of Pain. Sakura's foot connects where he was standing, creating another crater in the ground. Kakashi is now panting quite heavily. He never expected to be dodging so much. They've both grown so much, it's unbelievable, they're both insane. He then notices Naruto creating another Rasengan but with one hand, so he can do it one-handed now. Jiraiya's really been working hard with Naruto. The Rasengan won't work, Naruto. Naruto smirks. Who says this is the Rasengan? This is the next stage to the Rasengan. Only one other person has seen this. I must tell you, it packs a hell of a kick, so just warning you now. Kakashi, Sakura, Tsunade, and Jiraiya, who's seen this movie before, watch Naruto do the new movie. The Rasengan keeps growing and he lifts it above his head and they can all see wind chakra encasing the Rasengan. All but Jiraiya are then shocked when Naruto shouts Futon, Rasenshuriken, wind release Rasenshuriken, and throws the new jutsu straight at Kakashi. Everyone watches as it cuts through several trees before it explodes, creating a massive crater in the ground. No doubt the whole village would have heard it. Kakashi has been knocked flying because of the explosion as he's still in shock. Naruto then vanishes from where he was and appears next to Kakashi and grabs the bells. Kakashi notices the strange eyes of Naruto before Naruto vanishes again and he crashes into the tree and falls unconscious. Naruto appears next to Sakura and reaches his arm out to pass her one of the bells, but at first she doesn't take it as she's still in shock. Then she reaches for the bell but notices his eyes are weird, like he's wearing makeup or something. What is wrong with your eyes, Naruto? He turns away from Kakashi's location and looks at her, Sage Mode. They then look at the destruction from Naruto's Rasen Shuriken and they both gulp, both thinking, Ba-chan's Lady Tsunade's going to be pissed. Then they hear clapping from behind them and turn around. Naruto has cancelled his Sage Mode now, so Tsunade doesn't notice. They see both Tsunade and Jiraiya there. Jiraiya has a massive grin on his face, proud of his student and godson. Tsunade looks around, still amazed at half that she saw over the last few minutes. Well done, you two, you have surpassed my expectations of you. She then looks at Naruto with almost a glare. Don't you ever use that jutsu in this village again, it's a kinjutsu. Just look at what you just did. Luckily Anbu are keeping everyone away. Jiraiya then grins. I'm so proud of you, my student ended with Sage Mode also. Tsunade looks shocked, then looks at her former teammate. Then Naruto, he knows Sage Mode, you taught him Sage Mode. Jiraiya nods, of course I did. Naruto chuckles, but I don't have warts on my face unlike you do. Face it, pervy sage, I've surpassed you and better in every way. Tsunade and Sakura chuckles at that, and Jiraiya's sitting on the ground holding his knees with a raincloud above his head, bawling his eyes out. Tsunade then grins at Naruto. You never cease to amaze me, Gaki. I heard what you did during the Chunin exams, beating Kiba, Neji, a so-called prodigy and a former rookie of the year, and beating Gaara. By all rights you should have been a Chunin then, but I can guess we know why you didn't, stupid brainless counsel. Well, Naruto, all I have to say is congratulations, I am hereby promoting you to Chunin effective immediately. She passes him a scroll. In the scroll is your Chunin vest, wear it if you want, not everyone does, plus there is a bingo book. Congratulations again. Naruto takes the scroll and places it in his jacket pocket. As he does, Sakura noticed blood dripping down his hand, wondering what happened. As far as she knows, Naruto never got hurt once, so what could be causing the blood to be there? What's happened to your hand? It's bleeding. Jiraiya sighs. I thought you dealt with that little problem. Tsunade looks at Jiraiya with a raised eyebrow. Then Naruto, what problem would this be? Jiraiya sighs. Doing the Rasen Shuriken sort of burns and cuts up Naruto's arm, but he told me he's dealt with it. Apparently he lied to me about it. Naruto just groans, not looking forward to the lashing he gets from Tsunade and probably Sakura also. Sakura quickly creates a Chakura no Mesu chakra scalpel, and cuts the clothing covering the arm and sees his black and bleeding arm. At first she looks at the arm in shock and sadness, but quickly goes into medic mode and uses the Shozen Jutsu, mystical palm technique. Tsunade then notices the arm and glares at Naruto before doing the same as Sakura, but not before slapping him on the back of the head. Definitely don't do that move unless absolutely necessary. Naruto rolls his eyes. Knowing who's after me, it's always going to be a life or death situation. They both finish healing his arm. Then out of nowhere Tsunade pulls out a bandage and wraps it around the arm just to be sure. She then tells them they can have the rest of the day off. Before Sakura can ask Naruto if he wants to get something to eat to celebrate his promotion plus so they can talk, she notices that Naruto's already vanished. Tsunade looks at her apprentice and knows how she's feeling. She just wants Naruto's forgiveness. She pats her on the shoulder. Give him time, Sakura, he'll forgive you eventually, just be patient. Meanwhile, Naruto's appeared outside the Yamanaka flower shop. He looks through the window but notices Ino's not there, so he decides to just walk around the village. He puts his hood up so nobody notices it's him, then walks around. He's been walking for a short time when he hears Ino, so he leans against a wall and waits for them to pass. She, along with her teammates Shikamaru Nara and Choji Akamichi, walk past him. Shikamaru hasn't changed much really, still the same minus the flak jacket. Choji though has changed quite a lot. He's replaced his baby fat with rock-hard muscle and wears something similar to a battle suit. Naruto waits for them to walk for a few seconds before he chuckles, well, if it isn't Team Inoshikacho. They all quickly look around and spot their friend Naruto, and Ino walks up to him with a smile on her face and hugs him. So what did Lady Hokage want with you, Naruto-kun? Naruto chuckles, then fist bumps Shikamaru and Choji before answering, well, she wanted to see how much I'd changed since I left, so I had to fight. Me and Sakura faced off against Kakashi-sensei. We both did well actually, but I knocked out Kakashi-sensei. I'm sure you heard the big explosion a short time ago. When they all nod, he continues, that was my newest move, the Rasen Shuriken. It's a powerful move which Ba-chan's made a kinjutsu anyways. I took the bell by using Sage Mode and that's it, mission accomplished, and for doing that I became a Chunin, although Ba-chan says I should have become one when Shikamaru did for what I did during the Chunin exams years ago. Ino grins and hugs Naruto again. Congratulations, Naruto-kun, I knew it was only a matter of time until you did it. Shikamaru nods. I agree, congrats bud, so might I ask why you didn't get promoted then, or am I right in guessing it was because of your prisoner? Naruto nods. Pretty much. Pervy Sage thinks they wanted me to remain weak so Kyuubi can't get stronger and escape, dumb idiots. Still, I'm a Chunin now, so whatever to them they hardly matter. Oh, no offense to your parents on the council and stuff. Shikamaru grunts. No offense taken, and I agree, my dad always moans about the civilian council butting into things that don't concern them, they're such assholes. Still, like you said, you got a promotion, a field promotion, I guess it happens. So what's this Sage Mode you mentioned? It sounds interesting. Naruto quickly goes into Sage Mode and Shikamaru and Choji stare at the eyes. Ino's already seen it, but it's still cool to her. Choji grins, man, that looks cool. So what does Sage Mode do? Naruto smiles. Sage Mode is an empowered state that can be entered by blending natural energy with one's chakra, creating Senjutsu chakra. It allows the user to tap into the natural force of the world, opening up new techniques to the user and allowing them to power up existing ones with new Senjutsu chakra. He chuckles, remembering what could have happened to him if he failed, and he nearly did on numerous occasions. Sage Mode is hard to learn, and if you do it wrong, well, let's just say I could have turned into a toad or turned to stone, but as you can see, I'm right here before you. He chuckles, remembering mastering it and showing Jiraiya, who pouted like a baby. I got it to work better than Pervy Sage. That's Jiraiya the Toad Sage, if you were wondering who that was. Well, as I said, it works better than his, as he hasn't fully mastered it, so has like toad warts on his face and he looks ugly, bald his eyes out when I showed him my completed version. Anyways, back to Sage Mode. The advantages of Sage Mode are as follows. The user's physical strength, speed, stamina, reflexes, perception and durability are all enhanced. The user's ninjutsu, genjutsu and taijutsu become more powerful. The user can manipulate natural energy. Those who have mastered the Sage Mode techniques of Mount Myoboku can turn the natural energy around them into extensions of their own body to increase the reach of their attacks, and the users can also sense chakra. There are disadvantages also, but they're boring. All of Team 10 stare at Naruto like he's grown 2 heads. What he just said coming out of Naruto's mouth just seemed odd, but they all think the same thing. Naruto's really grown up in those 5 years away. Shikamaru chuckles. Damn Naruto, that is the most you've ever said, and what you said coming out of your mouth seems weird. You've certainly grown up. It seems your brain has grown in 5 years. I'm impressed. Ino grins. You already showed me Sage Mode earlier, but what you said sounds so cool. So can anyone learn Sage Mode? Naruto shakes his head. No, only people who have signed a contract summoning like me with the toads. There is also the Sandame with the monkeys, Orochimaru and Anko Mitarashi with the snakes, and Ba-chan with the slugs. Ino nods. So that means Sakura could learn it, as she has signed the slug contract also. Naruto nods. I guess she can, but from what Pervy Sage has told me, not even Tsunade has mastered Sage Mode. Ino nods. I see, so I wanted to ask you something else. Me and you, are we, you know, an item? I'm not exactly sure of what we are. Naruto smiles. If you want to be an item then sure we can do that. To be honest I was unsure also. Ino squeals like a little girl and hugs Naruto again then turns to Shikamaru and Choji. Me and Naruto are an item now. Choji grins. We did kind of just hear that Ino. She grins embarrassed. Oh yeah, silly me, so have we got any plans guys? Shikamaru shakes his head. No not really, why don't you two lovebirds spend some time together? Naruto and Ino both grin then Naruto takes Ino's hand and sunshions away. Choji looks at Shikamaru, she seems happy. Shikamaru nods. Didn't expect Naruto and Ino to get together but I'm glad they're both happy especially after Naruto's early life he deserves to be happy. Choji looks at Shikamaru confused, his early life was it really that bad? Shikamaru groans, you don't want to know, I do hope he forgives Sakura though, I could tell when we all met up earlier that she desperately wants his forgiveness and wanted to talk to him. Let's hope they make up. It's never good for teammates to be enemies although Naruto and Sasuke had a strange friendship also. Choji nods. I agree with you so come on let's go get something to eat. Shikamaru just shrugs and they walk off to their favorite barbecue restaurant. Meanwhile, back with Naruto and Ino, they appear at Team 10's training ground. Ino grins at Naruto, that was Shunshin right, can you teach me that? Naruto looks at her, sure anything else. She grins and puts her finger under her chin well I want you to teach me the Rasengan. I asked Kakashi to teach it to me along with the shadow clone technique he taught me the shadow clone technique but said he couldn't teach me the Rasengan. He raises an eyebrow at that as pervy sage told him Kakashi knows it already. You want to learn the Rasengan? I guess I could teach it to you. There are steps involved as for Kakashi not knowing it well that's a lie he knows how to do it. She looks at Naruto confused, then why would he say he couldn't? Then she understands what he did and grins, oh I get it he wanted you to teach it to me instead of him some bonding time or something like that. Naruto chuckles, that's Kakashi for you, ever the pervert, okay, Shunshin first as it's easier followed by the Rasengan as I said it has steps to follow and it will take time. She grins, sounds good to me so what's first Naruto sensei?